Libra, welcome to your December reading. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and it's a general reading for Libra for December. I have 2 questions for the universe for all the signs this month. And then we'll pull some other cards from the Oracle decks to get a little bit more guidance for December. First question is, what are the gifts that the universe wants to give you, Libra, during this holiday season? And the second question is, how do we receive more graciously? Many of us are quite good at giving gifts this time of year and a little awkward about receiving. What is it? That is amazing. I'm just going to say 2 other signs have gotten the same card in that same position. Seems to be a common gift this holiday season. It's like the were those animals in eggs a couple years ago that were impossible to find. Everybody wanted them. Anyway, seems a common gift this season is the 6 of Swords energy. All right, Libra. These are the Modern Witch Tarot. I did a review of this deck recently. You may have seen that on the channel. If you like the art and you haven't seen it, check it out. Did mini read for all the signs, so you get to see a lot of the cards that way. So, what gifts does the universe have for Libra? So the 6 of Swords energy is about leaving home, literally or figuratively. You're leaving something behind, leaving the turbulence behind. You're moving into calmer waters. So if you've been in a situation that's been a little difficult, challenging, kind of disruptive, a little chaotic, you're moving out of that now. And that is the gift here that the universe has for you, moving you into a space of calm, moving you into a more peaceful surrounding. The Queen of Swords energy is fantastic energy for you to have received as a gift. It's very discerning energy. It is super sharp mentally, right? Very, very clear, very firmly rooted in the truth, and maybe a little bit cutting, right? This is an energy where the truth will be told even if it's uncomfortable to hear. It is perhaps a relentless pursuit forward for the outcome, for what you know is right. It is maybe possibly clinging a little bit too tightly to very high ideals, and whether or not that's a negative is really up to the person, because I think there's nothing wrong with being discerning. Myself, I feel it's good to have a real clear vision and to be demanding of folks, but you do need to kind of temper that occasionally and make sure that you are not cutting your own foot off in the process, right? So here I think your gift is this real sharp mental clarity that helps you get to your goals, helps you see the path forward out of the chaos you may have been in. You're moving into a really clear understanding of where you want to go and how you're going to get there, and exactly what you need in order to get there. And the High Priestess, what a fantastic gift for you, Libra. This is intuition, heightened intuition, a real knowing, that inner voice that tells you things even if your mind hasn't fully worked them out yet. This is really excellent energy. It's a fair energy, really focusing on fairness here. Your gifts are not about emotion. Your reading is not about emotion. It's not about your connections with others. These are your gifts. These are your talents. Your skill set is very, very good. These 2 cards together, this is a feminine energy that can rule the world, and that is really quite a nice, generous gift of the universe for you. If this is, December is sort of a launching pad into the coming year for you, you've got some excellent energetic support for really going, and you could start your own company, you could be a CEO, you could create something new in this world that helps a lot of people. But you've got some really, really strong skills here, and whatever has been distracting you in the past from fully stepping into your power, you're leaving it behind. So that's great. What nice gifts. So what's in the way of you receiving these gifts? What makes it a little hard for you to be gracious and accept and receive? So the first card, the Nine of Wands, this is a real fighter. This is someone who has had to be very tenacious, very strong, has taken on many, many challenges and successfully gotten through them. Very tired from all of that effort, but still standing and still ready to do what needs to be done. So I think you're a very self-sufficient sort. You are used to fighting hard, doing whatever you need to do to get where you need to go, and on your own, right? Doing this on your own, it's perhaps a difficult thing to just accept help or gifts from others because you are so independent. At some point in the past, no one was giving you anything. You had to earn it. You had to fight for it. And that old mindset is hindering you in a way now, because people want to give you things. The universe wants to give you this amazing gift, this energy that is empire building, and you're blocking yourself based on an old mindset. The Six of Pentacles is about generosity. So another part of what makes it difficult for you to receive gifts from others is because you are so much more comfortable giving the gifts than being handed the gifts. You may sense an undercurrent of charity in the giving, and in a way that isn't making you feel warm and fuzzy. It's making you feel like the gifts are being given because you need a handout, which is certainly not the case, and you know that. And the person giving the gift doesn't feel that way at all, but this is your perception of what may be happening there. Then the Page of Wands is coming in. This is making plans, having a clear direction forward, knowing where you want to go, getting your resources together to get there. So I think this is getting in the way of your generously receiving the gifts that are offered, because you're focused so forward on the future. You're not thinking about the present. You're not appreciating the present. All your eyes can see is where you're going and where you want to be, what you want to achieve. And so you're not able to be here in this present moment to open your heart and accept the gifts that are being offered. So that can be a little bit of a challenge as well. Let's look at some clarifying cards for the gifts. Are there any clarifying messages, Spirit, around the gifts that are being given in December? Oh, I just had a bunch drop at the bottom here. So we have the Ten of Swords in reverse coming out. And the Ten of Swords in reverse, interesting. Things can only get better, is what this means. You can only go up from here. So maybe whatever you're leaving behind was really rough. It is sort of complementary to this Six of Swords, because this is the past. This Ten of Swords in reverse, this is what was, and things will be getting better from here. You have then a Knight of Cups as well. Sorry, I know it buzzes when I get too close to the camera, but I want you to see the imagery. So that's interesting, because that's a cup, and that's the first time I've seen a cup in your reading. I think in this case, it's telling you to follow your heart, and it's okay to be idealistic. It's okay to expect things and to have high ideals that you are demanding that people meet, right? That discernment and that clear vision of what is capital T truth and where you're going. This Ace of Swords is coming out as well. This is focused on the truth, absolutely. The ultimate and clarity when it comes to what is true. That could be about this energy here, you know, this discerning queen, or it could be about this. You are very clear that you're not meant to stay in these troubled waters. You're meant to leave that noise behind because you've got a mission and you've got such an amazing set of skills here to support you. You have the Two of Wands. This is similar to the Page of Wands. You're looking forward, you're making plans, and I think that this is simply saying these skills will help you when you're making those plans. And then we have two fours here. We have the Four of Swords and we have a Four of Wands. Four of Swords is getting some rest, and the Four of Wands is celebration. So there may be a little bit of a celebration, a little bit of a time to take a break. There often is at the end of the year, right? Some holiday parties or a little time off from work. And that's a gift too. And it shouldn't be overshadowed by the fact that you have all the resources you need now to really push forward professionally. It's okay to take a little bit of a break. Let's take a look and see if there are any clarifying cards with regard to your ability to be a more gracious receiver of gifts. Now, some people get like one card, and you've gotten half a deck here. Let's see. You have the Five of Coins, which is this sense of, you know, perception of poverty. I think that kind of goes with what we were saying. You feel like others are giving you gifts because they feel, you know, a sense of a need to be charitable with you, but that's not their it's not their motivation at all. That's part of the block here. You feel like they're only giving you gifts because they feel like they want to be charitable, and it's not that, but there may have been a time when you felt like people gave you things because they thought that you were in need, and that you have carried a resentment about that. The Fool is here. It says taking a leap of faith, making a brand new beginning here. I think that's sort of speaking to this. You're making this plan and you're always looking forward. You're not able to stop and be in the present moment and receive graciously what the universe has for you or what anyone else is giving you, because you're really forward, kind of looking toward the future, not the present. And then the Three of Wands is here. And that's also about looking ahead, right? It's looking ahead. It's thinking about rapid expansion and growth. You're really very focused on your future. You've got some clear ideas about what you want to do and where you want to go. And you're quite willing to put in the work and to orchestrate it and to manipulate it and direct it in the direction you want it to head. But that, yeah, you're kind of living in your future as opposed to being here in your present, and that's making it hard. It's making it hard for people to give you what they have to offer you right now, is what I'm seeing there, Libra. I'm going to pull one of the Enchanted Map Oracle cards for you now. And see what we have there. Some further guidance for December for you. Goblins. Number 5. Fives are about solving problems, addressing any instability that may be around. Let me read you from the book. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The Goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. So, perhaps what you're leaving behind, the situation that you're leaving behind, has really done a number on your self-worth. It's left you feeling like you are unlovable in some way, and that's not true. What Spirit is saying here is that you are absolutely lovable, and you don't have to close yourself off and be defensive, because not everyone is going to treat you the way this person treated you. Not everyone is going to make you fight for every morsel of affection and love the way someone in your past has. And it's important for you to acknowledge that and feel your way through that this month, because it frees you from something you've been carrying around that's been weighing you down and holding you back. And the universe is stepping up to the plate here with amazing gifts. The Queen of Swords energy, the High Priestess energy, together can bring you anything that you want in this world. You are a powerhouse and you are unstoppable, except by yourself, okay? Being stuck in this sense of low self-worth because of some person who gave you a really, really wrong message in the past and made you feel that you weren't lovable. It's not true in any way, okay? I'm going to pull one of these cards from the Faeries Oracle, and one just jumped out like the minute I picked up the deck. So I think this is your card, Libra. It's number 63, Indy, I believe. I have trouble with the script, and I know it buzzes when I get close. I'm sorry, but I want you to see. Little Indy is adorable. He's standing on someone's head, and looks a little bit sad. Number 63. Let's see what number 63 says in the book, Indy. 63 breaks down to a 9, integration and a return to self. The Goblins card really feels to me also along the same lines, that integration and returning to yourself. Getting rid of those voices in your head that aren't yours. They came to you from past experience, recent or otherwise. Not your voice, okay? You need to integrate and connect to you. Indy. Indy is indecision, wishy-washing, commitment, decision-making. It's decision time. Time to make up your mind, make a decision, and then stick to your commitments. Set yourself a definite time period to complete your decision. Write down to the day and hour. Give yourself time to put the decision into practice before it's too late. Once that arbitrary but carefully judged decision time is set, ask for guidance for your highest good. Then weigh, consider, ponder, and gather information. If we do this, and if we have asked for aid, the answer seems somehow to fall magically into place at the appointed time. Then it is just a matter of trusting that answer and carrying it through. We can ask for help with that as well, if we wish. It is willingly given. So, what am I sensing here? You need to make a decision. You can see here what happens if you walk away from the troubled waters. You can see why you should walk away from the troubled waters. But only you can decide if in fact you do walk away from the troubled waters and into these amazing gifts that are waiting for you, into this work of opening your heart again. Only you can decide when, if and when you do that, right? So Indy is here saying you need to set a time, a day, an hour, by which you will have made a choice of whether or not to paddle away or whether or not to stay. And that's the only way this decision is getting made. So for those of you this is relevant to, you'll know what it's about. for those of you that it's not, you know, it's not your reading. One last card for you, Libra. This is from the Affirmation deck, The Universe Has Your Back. And I'm just going to pull one card for you. As a last note for the month of December. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract from the universe. Being in your moment, when you are feeling joy in your heart, when you are here, fully here, in this moment, you attract these gifts from the universe. You attract the support, and that can be so essential. I think that's what I have for you. I think that's your reading for December, Libra. I hope it's been helpful. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I will hopefully be doing some readings toward the end of this month, looking forward toward the new year, something separate from the January readings. And of course, we'll be doing the weeklies, so we'll see you there. Thank you again, and wish you a good December. Blessings.